Hi everyone, welcome back to Paper Mario, the 1000-Year Door 100% walkthrough on the Nintendo Switch with me, Austin John. This is going to be part 5 of our adventure. Previously, we got ourselves 28 titles, at least 25 badges, 31 star pieces, 9 troubles resolved, 9 shine sprites, and 6 recipes cooked. In today's episode, we're going to be doing a lot as far as going around and collecting star pieces that involve ground pounding, and then we're going to be focusing on a little bit of recipes, the only additional 3 that we could do for the next few chapters, which is super quick. And then we have some troubles. 2 of them are very fast, and then one of them involves us doing the Pit of 100 Trials. And I kind of want to walk us through that a little bit, and then after that's done, which is the first, I don't know, half hour of this video, we're then going to be setting up the next little bit of what we're going to be doing for the next chapter of the game, which is a very short bit in comparison to everything else that we're doing side questing wise, but this is all that's required to get us to our final location, which is going to be Glitzville, for the best part of the game in my opinion, and I hope you enjoy it too. And it's going to involve a lot of combat, so that's the reason we're doing Pit of 100 Trials now. Let's head back to Rogueport because I am done in this translucent floor forest. Okay, back inside of the sewers. In this very room before we leave, let's go ahead to the left and ground pound for this hidden star piece. As we walk out, we're going to head right over to the right hand side where Flurry's going to be able to blow on this wall. We could find ourselves this chest, which is going to be having a badge for us, the Happy Heart P badge, so our partner is going to be gaining hearts while the battle goes on. Now we're going to be heading back up this staircase toward the first black chest that cursed us. And here, the first black chest that cursed us on sub-level 3, ground pound for this hidden star piece. We're now going to be activating paper airplane mode and heading toward the 1000-Year Door. Here we want to walk toward the camera, and directly in the middle, we want to ground pound right here-ish? Here-ish? There it is. For this hidden star piece, why don't we just go ahead and submit the star in order for us to fast travel back upstairs. Yes, here's the emerald star. Thank you very much. Very nice. With 3 partners. And we have our next location appearing as a giant floating island in the sky with a big old smiley face. Kind of looks like a chain chomp, and that looks like the gold crystal star. That door has been sealed shut for 1,000 years by the crystal stars, and in order to open that seal, we must muster the power of all of the crystal stars. Okay, perhaps I'm just daft, but why would they want to seal this treasure away after all? Do they fear thieves and brigands? If not, then what? Is Flurry British? Is Intelligent Systems Localization Team British? What about the crystal star that's in the sky? Oh, very interesting. Perhaps it's pointing to the floating town of Glitzville. Families go there on vacation to lounge and enjoy the fights, but behind the scenes, the richest people in the world wager on the bouts. A floating city, you say? So we're just supposed to sprout wings and fly up there? A special blimp flies there. It departs from Rogueport several times a day. The problem is getting a seat. The only way to get a ticket is through certain channels. Oh, that sounds exciting. A little on the seedy side. Show me the way. Word on the street is all tickets go through Pianta on the west side. Everyone knows that the west side is the best side. Head west from Rogueport's main square and you'll reach the side of the town controlled by Pianta. He's the Pianta Syndicate head, and I heard he makes pretty regular jaunts over to Glitzville. Yes, this game does a play on the Italian mob, but instead of them being Italians, they are Piantas. And before we continue with ground pounding for star pieces, let's head inside of Merlin's office, because now we have a total of 9 shine sprites, 6 in our inventory, so we can upgrade our 2 other partners. Remember how before you had to choose if you wanted Koops or Goombella? Well, now you don't have to choose. All of your partners are going to be upgraded. Shazibby. Shazubi. And we want to go ahead and upgrade Flurry. Shazibby. Shazubi. Right outside of Frankly's house, let's go ahead and ground pound the ground. And here is a star piece. Oh, you know how we've been dismissing so many of Miss Meows's badges? There's one that we are absolutely going to be buying right now, and that's going to be this. The first attack badge enables you to defeat weak foes with a first strike on the field. So if you're in the sewers and you run into a Goomba and you jump on him, you don't have to go into the battle. Basically, any battle that if you were to complete it, that enemy gives you 0 experience stars, and you only get the 1 mandatory experience star at the end, you automatically just defeat that enemy, and then you get whatever coins or hearts or whatever else may come from him. This is the only one in the whole game, so make sure you buy it. There's also now the Power Rush badge available here, which is located right here. Increases attack by 2 when Mario has 5 HP or less, which is an amazing badge. Actually, one of the best badges in the entire game and one that we're gonna buy later on. Let's go ahead and head on out here. Buy mouse with a heart-shaped tail. Let's head on behind Zest's house over to where Link Goomba is and ground pound right here. Sorry, right here. For this star piece that Flurry was blocking. Heading back out to the Gallows of Rogueport right here. Now let's head on down to the port right about here where this flyer is on the ground. Let's ground pound for this piece of star. And while we're here, we might as well talk to Dudley for our third and final investment of 100 coins. Did I just call him Dudley? This should be more than enough. I promise you, I will strike oil, so expect good news. No problem, guy. Bye. Let's see what Charlieton's got in stock for me right meow. A dried mushroom for regular price, double pain, slow go, and Jumpman. No thanks, don't want to buy those things from you. I appreciate it, bye-bye. We're gonna go right in front of the Pianta parlor, and we're gonna ground pound right here. Yeah, there we go. There's our star piece, and now we're going to be heading north toward the Chew who's hiding back here. And this big, beautiful Chew is the XS Express. We're gonna be heading all the way to the left-hand side and ground pounding right here for this star piece. You know that fast warp pipe room that we have? Oh, by the way, there's Luigi if you want to hear what's going on in his RPG that we're not playing. Which we can hit the skip button and then skip that animation. Yay, we now have the second warp pipe, yay. Right quick, we're gonna be traveling to Petalburg. And we're gonna head over to the east gate all the way on the right-hand side. We're gonna ground pound over here for this star piece. Now we're gonna head to the left side of Petalburg, and we're gonna be heading toward the camera over this little itty-bitty bridge where this guy's hanging out, and we're gonna ground pound right in the middle for this hidden star piece. Now we're gonna go ahead and take the warp pipe back to Rogueport Sewers, and we're gonna be exiting the warp room on the left. Never mind. And we're gonna be taking the warp pipe up. We're heading over to the west side of Rogueport, which, by the way, we did rezone so we could check out with Charlieton to see if he has different badges. He has the Attack FXP for the Peach ones. No thank you. Let's go ahead and slip through the drain, and we're gonna be hopping to the right to the underground city. We're gonna be going up the lift, and here is the bar guy right here. His name is Wonky. If you pay him, he tells you secrets. He says he just knows stuff. One of the things that he tells you, by the way, his cost is 5 coins. I'm not going to be paying those because unless they added new ones in the remake, I know all of the things he's going to say. Anyways, you ground pound right here, and there's a star piece. And one of the things that he says is there's a hidden star piece right here if you do a ground pound or something like that. Anyways, let's head back left and we're gonna go back to the surface. So down here in Rogueport sub-level 1, we're gonna head down to the right and we're gonna ground pound right here for this star piece. Now we're gonna go ahead and take the warp pipe down toward the 1,000-year door, except instead of going into that warp pipe, we are gonna take Flurry and she's gonna be blowing this door away. And if we go ahead and enter it, here's that door in the warp pipe room. And this concludes all of the hidden star pieces that we are going to be getting, that we can get now, and that all the ones that we could have gotten in previous chapters. So now we are fully caught up. No more backtracking as far as that goes. Let's go ahead and talk to Dazzle. I know so far that we spent 17 and we currently have 27. So we found 44 of the 100 star pieces in the game. So now you have enough for you to go ahead and buy Power Plus, which is the best badge in the whole game, unless you're going to be doing Danger Mario at the end. We're going to talk about that much later. And Flower Saver, which decreases the cost of every move by 1 flower point. Now let's tackle some Trouble Center stuff. We are going to be doing this a little bit out of order. We're going to go to Come Over and Play by Lala. The Pianta Parlor is now having its grand opening. We're going to go talk to the Kitty Boo. Let's take on Lana's Trouble. Do it and do it right. No problem. Over here to the Pianta Parlor. And we're going to go back here and we're going to be speaking to the Boo with the cat ears. Oh, you took on my trouble? That's so super. Well, okay, here's your token of appreciation. And she gives you 10 premium currency. 10 Pianta tokens is appreciation way better than just 1. So go on, enjoy the parlor, play and win. You solve the trouble. While you're here, if you came here before and you've been playing along, you already have this special card, which means that you can now play one of the mini games. I think it's the plane game, right? Yeah, the plane game. But you could also go to trade in my winnings. So here at the Pianta Parlor, there's a bunch of badges that you can get throughout your time here. None of them are actually exclusive to this location. In fact, nothing here is exclusive except for Cake Mix. This is the only place that you could buy Cake Mix. So you're obligated to come here if you're going to 100% the game. I'm going to go ahead and get one Cake Mix for now and, you know, bring that over to get that cooked. For our next trouble, you're going to need a life shroom, and they are a little expensive. Over here, they sell for 50, and you may not have a total of 50 coins, in which case you may need to hold off on this, or you can choose to go into your inventory and sell some things you don't need, like this super mushroom and this slow mushroom to equal 17 coins, or you could choose to go to Zest Tea and cook all of these items one by one so that they're more valuable. By the way, if you still have the life mushroom that you got from the Hooktail Castle, that works perfectly fine. You don't have to spend these 50 coins. Life mushroom. Oh, they changed the name of this. The quest used to be called Emergency Shroom. Yeah, it's just called Life Mushroom. This is a quest given by the Puny Elder. I'm getting up there in years, so I want me some life insurance, a life mushroom. It's no big hurry, but come by sometime, that'd be nice at the Great Tree. Do it and do it right. From Central Rogueport, let's go down to the Warp Pipes. We're going to be heading to world number 2. Inside here, let's go ahead and talk to the Puny Elder. Give her a life mushroom. You made it here before I actually needed it. Phew. And you get 50 coins. It's original purchase price. So you kind of just break even on that one. Also, while you're here, if you talk to the little sister, she has like a, I guess you call it like a mini game or just a question. Anyways, you have to choose a series of phrases in order for this to be a real question in proper linguistics. So you can say Mario likes which person the most. And she's gonna be like, I know that. It's gonna be Princess Peach. Tee-hee-hee. Am I right? Yep, you sure are. Well, great. And then you get a reward, which is the Mystic Egg, which replenishes 5 HP. You know how from Petalburg you get the Turtley Leaf? Well, that egg is like the, you know, we'll call it the forageable of World 2, while the Turtley Leaf was the forageable of World 1 outside of the mayor's office, know what I mean? Oh, and let's go ahead and cook up these 2 new items that we have. Head over to Zest Tea. I want to go ahead and cook up the 1 Mystic Egg, and that's going to be a fried egg, which replenishes 10 HP. Let's also go ahead and use that 1 cake mix that we have, and that's going to be a mousse cake, which restores 15 flower points. Pretty nice. That now brings our recipe list to 8 out of 58, which is the highest that we can bring it until at least chapter 4. We have one more trouble that we can do before we enter chapter number 3, and that's Help My Daddy by Pine T. Jr. I'll be waiting at the entrance of a pit of 100 trials beneath Rogueport. If you help me, I'll give you a Pianta Parlor card, right? The pit of 100 trials is the most difficult thing in the entire game, at the lowest levels. However, he only needs you to make it to level 18. And to get to level 18, there's only one enemy that you haven't faced yet, which is a Pokey. And then there's a variation of a Goomba called a Gloomba, because he's gloomy, and a Paragloomba. Those are the only new enemies, and they're not difficult at all for you to face. However, I would recommend using this opportunity to actually go down to level 30 for much better badge and really good experience, and they're not that difficult of battles. I'm going to be going through real quick, easy summaries between levels 10 through 20, and then once we get down to level 21, I'm gonna help you out a little bit more with that. But I'm gonna really recommend that you do level 20 through 30. So I'm going to be using the Power Plus badge that we just picked up, the Trinity of badges, the Heart Finder, Flower Finder, Item Hog, Multi-Bounce, might as well throw on Close Call, because I don't really have a good option for the last 1 point, and then I also have the Simplifier on. Now you might be thinking to yourself, wow, Austin, that's not a lot of health, and that's not a lot of flower points. Well, kind of the whole point between going down to the Pit of 100 Trials is, yes, you have some recovery items on you if you're really in a pinch, but really you should be focusing on the items that you're having between levels as far as the hearts, flowers, and random items that are going to be dropping from enemies, and that's really what's going to help you keep going. We're going to go to Rogueport on the west side, and we're going to hop down. We're going to use Fleur to blow this paper away. and that's going to reveal this warp pipe down here, which is now our fastest route down to the Pit of 100 Trials. Come on over here and talk to Pianta Jr. He lost his job and said the only way to support us was the pit's treasure. But I don't need treasure, I just want my dad back. Let's go ahead, hit the save block. And let's head down to the Pit of 100 Trials. Okay, on the first 9 levels, there is only one new enemy that you're going to encounter, and it's this guy right here who is a Gloomba. If you do a ground pound before the battle begins and the enemy walks underneath you, you are going to start the battle off by doing 7 damage and knocking out pretty much anything. So, I mean, yes, it kind of sucks because I needed to tattle on him, but between the new shoes that we have and the power-up badges, you're going to be doing so much damage. And every time that you complete these floors, you get free coins, between 5 to 10. After a round is done, you're going to get your item drops, and we'll head down one more floor. Just do a ground pound before the battle begins. Because you've tattled on so many enemies, you pretty much know what all of the enemies' HPs are. So if there's 4 enemies who all have 3 HP or less, go ahead, bring Koops out for a power shell, and now you're done with the entire battle. You don't need HP if you never give them a chance to hit you. Obviously, I don't want to jump on him because he has spikes on his head, and we don't have his badge that makes us immune to spikes yet. And he's dead before the battle even starts. How nice is that? Goombella, do me a favor and tattle on this guy. Here is the Gloomba. He likes damp, dark places. HP is 7. An attack is 3. Can I super guard this? Yeah. Our normal jump attack now does 6 damage, 2 instances of 3, all about that. Ooh, and he dropped a Volt Shroom. If you're confident that you can nail the multi-bounce to knock out all the enemies, go for it. Because again, you do 3 damage and the resistance of 1, that's a net of 2 damage per hit. Oh, and this is a neat item, the point swap that swaps a party member's HP and FP but cannot exceed max. All of these guys can be knocked out with a single power shell, so now we don't need to worry about those items and them using them on us, and the battle's over. The HP drain is a really neat item that does 5 damage to an enemy and heals you by 5 health, so it's an even better mushroom. So here I've just shown you the combination of every type of enemy that you can come across on the first 10 levels. Fireflower, thank you very much. None of them are really that hard, especially for you at this point in the game. You absolutely got this. You stud. While you're down here, you may come across a very small puny, and he has goggles on, and in the level there's no enemy, there's just a blue question mark block. He gives you the option if you want to pay him to go down 2 floors or 5 floors. There's a sign back here at the left that tells you what level you're on. So if you're on level 8 and he appears there and you can either pay him to go down 2 floors or 5 floors, going down 2 floors would bring you to level 10 and 5 floors brings you to level 13. You have to hit floor number 10 in order for you to get a special badge. You have to hit floor number 18 for you to complete this quest. You have to hit floor number 20 for another unique badge, and you have to hit floor number 30 for another unique badge. So if you're ever given the opportunity to use him to go down a certain amount of floors, make sure you don't pass floors 10, 18, 20, or 30. Here at floor number 10, we got a big old chest in front of us. Let's go ahead and open it up. This is the Sleepy Stomp badge. You jump on an enemy and you make him sleepy. Pretty self-explanatory. Let's go ahead, hit this blue thing, and head down to floor 11. On floor 11, you have a brand new enemy called the Paragloomba, who I know for a fact also has 7 HP, but I don't think that counted as the first hit. No, it didn't. Okay. So let's use that opportunity to tattle on this guy. 7 HP, attack of 3, defense of 0. Stronger version of a Paragloomba. I wonder if living down here made his wings moldy. So I know doing this battle, I am going to be taking damage because I could either do 5 damage to everyone or 6 if I really nail the special move. Or if I do the jump, the multi-bounce on everyone, everyone gets 3 damage, but I already used my partner's ability. If I wanted to go through this battle flawlessly, I could just run away. Let's change our partner out, and now I could reinitiate the battle. So I know if I do a normal jump on this Goomba, he's gonna take 6 damage instead of 7, but a spin jump will be 7 damage. And that's a GG for him. Coop's probably not the best partner to have, because he can only attack the one on the ground, but he does do 3 damage. Flurry would be the best partner for this battle, but these guys, half the time they don't do any damage, so I'm not too worried. I'm now in a situation that I don't have any star points, And these guys don't do a lot of damage. Or if I was on a low amount of health, I can now use this opportunity to throw Koops up front and then use my special Sweet Treat to restore the HP that I'm missing and the flower, and more importantly, the flower points that I'm missing. And now that we're all healed up, we could go ahead, finish up this battle. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with just taking a moment and thinking about how to get the most out of your current turn. On level 11 through 19, I really recommend having the Quake Hammer on just because you may run into clefts, like we have right here, and clefts are not going to be taking damage from any of your attacks, or even Koops. He's only going to be taking 1 damage, but in order for you to knock them both out in 1 hit, you want to use that Quake Hammer. And then they're both gone. A Spite Pouch temporarily does half damage back to all foes who attack directly. We ran out of room to hold things, which is not going to be an uncommon thing. So we can go ahead and, oh look, I have a dried mushroom, might as well use it to gain 1 health back. Cool. Great, it's our other new opponent that we may face, which is going to be a Pokey. Let's go ahead and send Koops into him. Because every time that Koops uses his shell to hit a Pokey, he drops down 1 level. Koops, I want to use a Power Shell. And I want to use a normal jump on the back spider. Let's go ahead and tattle on Pokey. It's a cactus ghoul that's got nasty spinies all over its body, a HP of 4, attack of 3. But if all of its body segments are gone, then it's just knocked out and GG. Goombella, thank you very much. 3 Dark Puffs. Good thing we have multi-bounce that does exactly 3 damage per hit. GG. Oh, there's 4 of them. You know what? I don't want to do this. Fire Flower. That's what Fire Flowers are for. Just 4 spiders, kill them all with fire. I don't know why in the back of my head I thought Fire Flowers did 5 damage each. And if you come across a clef, Goombella can come over here and do a head bonk on this guy. And if you nail it, then he has 3 HP left. Mario can then go ahead with the Quake Hammer and clean up. GG. It's the Toad back there who needs to be saved by us. Oh, we do not have enough FP for either of our good moves that I want to do right now. Fine. Earth Tremor, because I'm not fighting 4 of these without any special moves. And that's absolutely fine. That's what these moves are here for. There's no shame in using them. In fact, only a fool would not use all of the tools in his arsenal. GG. Hey guy, you alive? There's a beating up me lying on the ground. What? Oh, what? Who are you? Wow. Whoa, did you come here just to save me? Really, Pine T-Jid? Wow, in that case, I gotta get back to him alive. Show me the way out. Why did it say there's a beat up me on the ground? Koops, good job on making sure he doesn't use that lightning bolt. Oh, check that out. We got the 2.4% drop for him to drop a Sleepy Stomp badge. The badge that we just got. As like a special reward. Hey, the exit. Okay, Pine T, I'm on my way. We're now down at level 20. Let's go ahead and get the fire hammer, fire dive out of here. How do you feel? You feel like you could do the next 10 levels? How many of your items did you use? Did you use any of them? I didn't use any of mine. In fact, I've filled up on items. So I'm going. If you don't feel comfortable continuing and losing your last 20 levels of progress, feel free to head out now. But I'm going to assume you can do this. Okay? There's going to be 6 new enemies for you to deal with. They're different, but we can do it. The first new enemy is a Spiky Gloomba. Keep in mind, if you don't know anything about an enemy, there is no shame in going into the battle, swapping her to the front, and using Tattle. 7 HP, an attack of 4. And then if you really need that partner attack in order for you to survive, there's no shame in running. Maybe, you know, forgot to heal between levels and you need some more FP. All I'm saying is there's no shame in your game. Flurry, how good is your Gale Force? Well, great, we got rid of the guy who had the item, and that was my #1 concern. Now, if I can super guard this one attack, we should be good. Nope, 4 damage. That's fine. That's what Flurry on the front line is for. She's a good tank. You're also going to notice you're going to get a butt ton of experience on these levels. Ooh, and a scary mask. Fright mask. This guy is a bandit, and bandits can steal coins from you and then run away.
Something you should know, if one of these bandits steals your coin and then runs away, the battle is considered incomplete and you have to do the entire battle again. So make sure you guard whenever they try to steal your coin, and if they do steal your coin, you knock them out immediately.
As you could guess, I'm going for BP because it's the most versatile thing. Oh, you have to defeat them. They can't run away from the battle with your coins. I've never actually given them the opportunity to. Okay, well, let's go. Koops, Power Shell. Mario, Quake Hammer. I got my coin back from the bandit and my coin back from the bandit. So for these levels, I'm going to go with a Flower Saver, a Power Plus, a Multi-Bounce, Power Smash, Heart Flower, Item Hog. And if we get lucky enough to find our mole down here, I'm going to definitely purchase those 5 levels to go down. Okay, Lakitu is actually 2 enemies in 1 because he's going to be throwing the Spinies on the ground. So if he ends the turn while holding the Spiny above his head, you can't jump on him, obviously. I guess just, I don't know, defend? Great, now it's an enemy. Super Guard. GG. Goombella, thank you very much. They have a defense of 3, but when they're in their spinned up form, they actually are completely invincible. But despite him having a good defense, we could use Earth Tremor and do some damage. By the way, when it comes to the last level of Earth Tremor, I just count how many there is, and that's how many times I hit the A button. And Earth Tremor also ignores defense, so the fact that he had 3 defense, it doesn't matter because it just knocked him out with the full 6 damage. This is another enemy that you might be familiar with. It's a Bomb-Omb. Goombella, go ahead and tattle. HP of 4, attack of 2, defense of 1. If you hit one, they become ignited. And when they're ignited, they're just gonna run into you and then explode. And that attack does a lot more damage, so be careful of that. But if you knock them out one at a time with a hit that you know is going to completely knock them out, there's nothing much to worry about. Alternatively, once it's lit up, make sure that you use a hammer or a shell in order to defeat it, that way you don't take direct contact damage. Oh, hi Marley. What are we getting? Double coins? 3 times the coins. Wow, look at all of them coins. I don't know how many we started with, so I'm just gonna take your word for it, guy. And here we have a Boo. You might be familiar with this enemy as well. I mean, not in this game, just in general. Okay, I am going to tattle, and we are going to run away. They have an HP of 7, attack of 3, and they can make each other invisible, and when they're invisible, you can't actually hurt them. In fact, I'd say the #1 way for you to go ahead and deal with Boos is to go ahead and not deal with them, and just use Flurry's Gale Force. Oh, all 4. Very nice. GG. Flurry, she blows the best. If that didn't go well, I still had that Scary Mask item that dropped. I was going to pop that. In addition, you may come across 2 spiked Gloombas and 2 Boos in the same match. And since all of these enemies have 7 HP and that's just outside of your ability to do damage without stomping, Gale Force is a great option. You may also come across 4 Lakitu, which Earth Tremor is definitely an option for those guys. You may also come across 4 Lakitu, and once again, going to say that there is no shame in using Gale Force. And GG. Made it to level 30. If you weren't confident that you could do it, congratulations. You made it here. You got the Zap Tap, which is one of the best badges in the game. But more than everything else, I bet you feel better on your ability to, you know, take down enemies that you may encounter randomly. While we're here, make sure we talk to Pine T Jr. and I guess Pine T Sr. And now we get the silver card. which allows us to go and redeem points at the Pianta parlor for a HP plus P badge, Power Smash badge, and the Multi-Bounce badge. Bye, guys. I solved the trouble. And you did too. Person watching this video and who's been playing along, so proud of you. And to my girlfriend who's playing, and this is her first game that she's gonna complete, if you decided to do level 21 through 30 and you didn't die, oh, I'm so proud of you. But if you decided to back out at 20, that's okay. We'll be back here. We'll be back here much later. And now it's gonna be time for us to actually find Don Pianta of the Pianta Parlor and ask him for a ticket to Glitzville and the stuff that's required with that. And to be honest with you, I've played this game so many times and I don't know why right now to do that stuff on the west side, you have to go in between here, squeeze all the way to the back, and come on over here to this door, which has a group of rival, well, they're the mob, and these guys are like pirates. Remember these two guys in the back who were roughed up by the Piantas at the very beginning of the game, like during, you know, when you first walked into Rogueport? He's gonna be asking you for a fee of 64 coins. And that fee of 64 coins is for him to tell you some information for you to then go ahead and find your way to Don Pianta. And I'm curious, do you need to pay him for that information? Because I know the information, and I just don't think I've ever tried not doing it. That information pertains to us coming to the west side of Rogueport, and while we're over here, all the way on the left is going to be the item shop. Let's head on inside. And supposedly, this place is just a front for Don Pianta's whole operation. And in order to get in there, you need to buy a dry mushroom, then a dizzy dial. Do we get the text prompt? Yep, here we go. Alrighty, mister, what color is your mustache? After buying this, she's supposed to ask what your favorite color is, but she asks, what color is your mustache? And I'm gonna say yellow, because that's the thing I'm supposed to say, and she says, oh, what's wrong with me? That wasn't the right question at all. Let's try this again. Okay, mister, what's your favorite color? Yellow. Uh-huh, well, you check out, you know the password. So you must be an acquaintance of Don Pianta, good for you. And boom, Austin just saved you 64 coins. Also, I don't think she needed to disappear just to go like that little bit further away. Like she almost went at a 1-to-1 pace. See that shine sprite over there that you're teased with? Yeah, you can't get that for another like 2 chapters. Let's head on upstairs. And come on to the back to over here to Tony Soprano. What's with you, wise guy? That's actually how it's written, so that's how I'm going to be saying it. I ain't too jolly today. If you got a beef, spit it out. Quick, it is gonna hurt. Excuse me? You want me to give you a ticket for the blimp? See, now to me, that's funny. You a stand-up comedian? Nah, you ought to be. You got some nerve asking me for that. I'm Don Pianta. I make crying babies weep. Wouldn't they be weeping already if they were crying? Hey, boss, you want I should run this bum out on a rail, boss? Look at him, what a rube. You must like pain, funny guy. You like looking for trouble or what? Hey, not so fast, boys. I like this guy's gumption. He came to talk. No, that ain't the crime. So we talk. You boys can wait till we're done before you rough him up, you got it? So, I assumes you got a reason for wanting the ticket for the blimp. Out with it. What's that? You want to help some broad who got herself kidnapped? And to rescue this dame, you gotta collect the crystal stars. The crystal stars, hey boss, ain't that the things about the legendary treasure? Hey Vinny, you're such a dope. Boss, this knucklehead believes in fairy tales. Excuse me, but that's not true. The treasure is real, honest. Coops, shut up. Everybody just shut it, alright? I don't care if this treasure's real or not, get me? But I tell you, I can't help but like a guy who wants to rescue some broad he's gone gaga for, alright? Hey, I called you half an hour ago. I need you to bring the bleach, and I need you to bring the gloves. Over to our friend's house, the contractor. See, the thing is, my own daughter eloped with one of my young associates. They vanished, but it wasn't too long ago that they did. They all still be somewheres in town. You gotta find my daughter, Francesca, and this Frankie, and bring them both down here. And if you're unable to bring them down here, that's all I gotta do is tell me what it is, alright? And then I should settle this matter quickly and with what is known as extreme prejudice. Boss, we don't know nothing about this guy. We can't rely on some goofball for this job. Yeah, boss, Vinny's right. Leave it to me to find Francesca. Okay, wait. The job is him finding his daughter, right? It's not like he has to do a hit or anything else like that, even though Mario has literally killed so many creatures along this way and assisted in genocide with the Punies. He's broken at least 3 Geneva Convention laws. So he is now going to be helping out the Mafia. And Don Pianta, now just geography with me for a second, right? This is his room, this is his office, and this is the window that is closest to him where he remains the entire time. So that is on the right side, which we're just going to call that facing south. Now, if we come down here, he is still facing south, which now, as we know, is the front of this item shop. Okay. So looking out of his window, which is above the Pianta parlor, up there, just outside of camera's reach, he's still looking south. We're going to go to Rogueport Square, and now we're going to be going to Rogueport South. So now we're at Rogueport South, like the #1 main place that his window would be looking toward, right? So all he needs to do is turn around and he would see this area in which we are. And you know what? Okay, he won't see too close to the fence. That makes sense. Or too close to the wall because, you know, perspective. But he would see further away. Like, you know, this furthest point over here, the docks. Which, spoilers, that's where his daughter is. So if he were to turn around and look at the docks, he would then see his daughter Francesca and Frankie over here, right? Okay, that's just the geography I wanted to point out. Hey, back off, you creep, you... Oh, should I give her Staten Island? I'm gonna give her a Staten Island voice. Hey, so back off, you creep. You want something or you just like sliding up to people? What? Daddy asked you to find us and take us to him? Frankie, what should we do if Daddy finds us now? Oh, I don't know, and the boat's coming any minute. Hey, old dollface, maybe we ought to head back and try to talk to the boss one more time. No, Frankie, don't say that. Don't you know what it'll do if we try to do that? Francesca, baby doll, if we could just talk calm like with a boss, he'll understand. Oh, Frankie, my Frankie, don't you love me? Of course I love you, sugar cookie, more than anybody in the whole world. Then let's go, Frankie, let's run to the ends of the earth if we have to. But Butter Biscuit, they already found us. We can't keep running forever. We can, Frankie. The more you try to put out the flames of our love, the hotter they burn. Until I marry you, no one will extinguish these flames of passion. No one. Oh, and then I'm gonna be the happiest Adriana Moltisanti you've ever seen. Adrian, that dumb broad. What should we do? I mean, I guess we should go tell Tom Pianta something. I really want to switch Coop out when I'm having these story bits. Flurry's reactions are so much more fun and bolsterous. Hey, Lumpy. You strike it rich yet? You're just about to leave. So excited to begin your adventure. Okay, bye. So now let's go head back to Don Pianta. Excuse me, Mr. Mob Boss. I found your daughter. Hey, look who's come back. The proverbial mustache. You're here to brighten my mood? So give. What you got? You know the whereabouts of these 2 runaways? I sure do. I will tell you. Oh, that's a true fact. Rogueport Harbor, eh? Well done. I appreciate this favor you done for me. I'll prepare your blimp tickets. Hey, you 2 Nimrods. The kids are at the harbor. Now go get them. Daddy, wait. That's Francesca. She's in the scene now. Francesca. Boss, forgive me, boss. I'm sorry. Truly I am. Frankie. So back you come. Head hung low and with your tail between your legs. Daddy, no, don't hurt him. I'm the one who said we should elope. It was me. But Frankie said no. He said we should come back and talk to you, Daddy. Boss, listen, I don't care what you do to me. I deserve it all for being disloyal. But you gotta forgive her. Forgive your daughter, boss. That's all I ask. Daddy, no. No. I'm the bad one. It's my fault. And if you're gonna punish anyone, punish me. No, boss, it's all on me. It's my responsibility. All the blame right here. Daddy. Boss. Yarg. Enough. Quiet, both of yous. Francesca, my headstrong daughter, you used up your last favor long ago. And you, Frankie, you was like a son to me. This is how you repay your debt to Don Pianta? I feel such disappointment in you two. It's like a poison mushroom right in my gut. Daddy. Boss. I don't ever want to see your mugs again, you hear me? You get out of my sight, both of yous. I don't care where, just go. That's what you expected me to say, huh? Well, that's what I'm saying. Go, do what you want, even if it means getting married. Oh, Daddy. Dad, no, wait, I mean, boss. Thank you so much, Daddy. Thank you for your blessing. Boss, I'll make your daughter a happy woman, I promise you. She'll want for nothing. Enough already, just go. Go. Hey, Francesca, seeing you this happy makes me want to congratulate you too. Congratulates you both. Frankie, this is great. I mean, the way this all turned out is a bit scrappy, but hey, things turned out okay, am I right? Goodbye, Daddy. Farewell, and thank you. What about my ticket? You still here? Well, we found my daughter and got her to come back here. And just look at how things turn out. What a complete and utter soap opera. But hey, a deal's a deal. You can have your Blimp ticket, like I said. Oh no, that guy's got a smile in ear to ear. She's so happy. That's good. Hey, I knew you was the right man for the job. Thanks a bunch, Bally. Now go on, get your ugly mug out of my office. I got some intense emotions to compartmentalize. So yes, that's a fun little riff on Tony Soprano, on how Tony Soprano was seeing a psychiatrist. And as being from North Jersey, I feel uniquely qualified to, you know, do all those voices. Anyways, now it's time for us to make our way to Glitzville. We are going to be heading from Rogueport West toward the XS Express, or as I'm just going to call it, Rogueport Station. Here we have a save block. And a cheap. This flight goes to Glitzville. You'll need a ticket to travel with us. Sorry, I'm still doing the Italian voice. Everything looks in order. You coming aboard? Yep. Before you go in that warp pipe, person watching this video. Yep, they changed it to a ground pound piece. Right there. Nice. And in our next episode, we are going to go ahead and take our Blimp. And in our next episode, we're going to be going ahead to Glitzville. So far, we have 37 tackles, at least 32 badges, 45 star pieces, 12 troubles resolved, 9 shine sprites, and 8 recipes. I think we're doing pretty well for only episode 5. Anyways, thank you so much for being here. If you're finding the series helpful, do me a favor, hit the thumbs up button down below. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe, turn on notifications. Until next time, Austin John out. Where we start Chapter 3 of Glitz and Glory.